Are you a writer who doesn't write? A painter who doesn't paint? An entrepreneur who never starts a venture? Then you know what resistance is. Stephen Pressfield, The War of Art. Don't be an idiot, part of me thinks whenever I write. Don't be stupid. Don't run your mouth. You're a musician. Just make music. However, writing in public does me good. The great joy of it is that when I write, I discover what I think, and what I know, and what I don't. It seems to me that there are no hard and fast rules for this exercise. A little filtering is okay, perhaps. One need not discuss absolutely anything and everything, everywhere all at once. There's a time and place, and as George Carlin pointed out, there are a few words you can't say on television. But that leaves plenty of scope for exploring ideas from a keyboard. Plus, it makes me read, and I can feel the healthfulness of that. I have to read, and I have to have read. Reflecting on my habits in recent years, I am saddened to find I've been reading less than I used to. It has not been beneficial. I'm not alone. We are all reading less. It may be that we are becoming illiterate. We're listening to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks, sure, but it's not the same, and I think we know that. To be clear, listening is great. It may even be equally great. Audiobooks, books on tape, as I dimly remember calling them, gently encourage you to just go on, to just go with the flow and continue to each following phrase. It's that ephemeral, streaming slipperiness that lends spoken bedtime stories their power. It is the act of listening itself, dreamlike, which brings an indistinct impressionist haze to everything, such that all feels fantastic. But there's thinking fast, and there's thinking slow. When you're reading, you feel the friction of each word, the rough, active effort of pushing forward, like a bow across string. I sing the body electric. The armies of those I love engirth me, and I engirth them. They will not let me off till I go with them, respond to them, and discorrupt them, and charge them full with the charge of the soul. The armies of those I love. Isn't that beautiful? Poetry is often hard for me, but Whitman is worth it. When I'm reading, I often go back and look up words. Discorrupt means to purify. Engirth means to surround. Maybe you guessed. So writing has that going for it, that it makes me read and causes me to learn. Sharing my thoughts in public also makes me face a certain discomfort. I may have been slightly scared off from extemporaneous public speaking by some minor misadventures in academia. As a nervous young teacher's assistant, while lecturing a class, I experienced more than my share of malapropisms, stutters, memory slips, mistakes, and so on. I took it too hard. These are things to get through and to get over. It is, of course, embarrassing to say something dumb in public. The world gives us a little jolt of pain when we do that, like touching an electric fence at a low but still uncomfortable voltage. However, I have found that if I too avidly avoid this, the perimeter of this metaphorical fence will tighten more and more, until I feel finally that there's hardly any room left to move. There will be no place but home, if you will. Charles Schulz, the creator of Gentle Charlie Brown, speaking of his own agoraphobia, once remarked, "Just the mention of a hotel makes me turn cold." A similar contraction can occur if you do not travel the landscape of the mind, if you never leave the warm bath of agreement and agreeability. It seems almost too obvious to spell this out, but it would have been better for me to simply correct inaccuracies as they occur, to make little apologies if necessary, try again, to hope people will show a little grace, and to observe if they don't that theirs is the deeper error, and then to move on as life does. Because I've tried to write what I believed while employing, I hope, a modicum of style and sufficient consideration for the effect of my words, I will ask that you forgive my inadequacies. Even if I write badly, I at least hit you with my best shot, fired away. I will try to improve, and if you feel that I have failed, you can at least take solace in the fact that I have included in the midst of my mediocrity the words of greater minds, so that these better sounds can ring in your ears and drown out the noise surrounding them. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.